Hello, my name is Audrey Lowe. I'm the manager of the Continuing Competence Program, and welcome to Physiotherapy Alberta's presentation on the self-selected activity. This presentation discusses the Do, Learn, Grow Continuing Competence Program's self-selected activity, its participation requirements, the completion requirements for the practice improvement record, and the document review. Colleges must operate a continuing competence program. It's one of the requirements of the Health Professions Act. The Act specifies that continuing competence programs must ensure regulated members maintain competence and enhance the provision of professional services. General Register members must participate in the program annually in order to renew their practice permit. Council wanted the following features integrated into its continuing competence program: a focus on encouraging physiotherapists to do healthy activities. Healthy activities are known to support competent practice and mitigate the risks of discompetence. They wanted the inclusion of a menu of options and activity choices that fit into the busy work lives of physiotherapists. And finally, a program that promoted reflection and required reflective reporting. The program is tagged as Do, Learn, Grow. There are two components, a self-selected activity and a college-selected activity. Both must be completed annually. This presentation focuses on the self-selected activity. The college-selected activity is discussed in the module introducing the Continuing Competence Program. An experiential learning cycle guided the development of the self-selected activity because it fit with Council's vision for a program focused on doing and reflecting. We learn by doing, and reflection consolidates learning and informs future improvement. The what, so what, now what model was used as a guide. Its steps are do something big intended to impact professional competence and practice. What happened? What were the results? So what is all about reflecting and attaching meaning to the experience and outcomes. Now what? That closes off the cycle of learning and informs the next cycle, and it is how we might use that experience to improve further. Here's a breakdown of the Do, Learn, Grow tagline as related to the participation expectations for the self-selected activity. Do. Members on the General Register must complete a self-selected activity each registration year. We know physiotherapists do many things that support competence and enhance practice, but to meet these program requirements, they report only one activity. The physiotherapist chooses their activity. Consequently, the relevance of the activity is weighted towards a physiotherapist's practice context. The participation is the registration year, which spans October 1 until the following year when the physiotherapist renews their practice permit. Learn. Participation in the self-selected activity must result in significant, meaningful, and sustained outcomes. This means activity participation must not only improve personal competence, but also have been applied to practice to improve patient care or some other aspect of service delivery. Physiotherapists choose the activity they report. In contrast to the college-selected activity, they will have greater control of the self-selected activity's objectives, activity steps, and outcomes. For the college-selected activity, Physiotherapy Alberta specifies the objectives, activity steps, and desired outcomes. Grow. A physiotherapist shows their personal and professional growth through the completion of a practice improvement record. Practice improvement records can be accessed in the online member portal. The record is submitted upon renewal of a practice permit. I want to emphasize that the self-selected activity includes both activity participation and reporting. Also important for you to know is that Physiotherapy Alberta's operation of the self-selected activity is guided by program rules. Program rules is the wording from the Health Professions Act. Essentially, program rules are the equivalent of program policies. Bottom line is everything we ask of you is guided by a rule, and those rules are approved by council and available on the website. On the left is an interpretation of the rules, and on the right is the actual program rules. The rules specify that the program applies to physiotherapists on the General Register. They must participate and report on one activity undertaken during the registration year. Participation must achieve significant, meaningful, and sustained improvement in members' personal competence, patient care practices, or physiotherapy or health services. Personal competence is described as the acquisition of current knowledge or skills which updates and reinforces existing knowledge or skills or supports the development of new competencies. Improvements made to patient care practices or physiotherapy services should be measurable. Let's examine more deeply the self-selected activities. When choosing an activity for this program, think about those that stretched you, took up a bit of time rather than a brief encounter, required some cognitive load. Increased load increases the likelihood learning is sustained and helps with reflection. Those activities you were really engaged in and improved you personally, but also you applied them to your external environment, your co-workers, patients, or the physiotherapy clinic. We have organized the self-selected activity options into 3 buckets: activities that benchmark some aspect of your practice, activities focused on knowledge acquisition and dissemination, and collaborative group activities. The first bucket, practice monitoring and review, includes activities where individual or organizational practices are monitored and reviewed against external benchmarks. There are 4 subgroups: assessing personal and individual characteristics or performance, such as a performance review; examining patient care practices, such as a chart audit; assessing the practice environment, looking for quality organizational practices; checking safety practices. Benchmarking practice against standards is often the first step in any improvement cycle. Bucket 2, knowledge acquisition, creation, and translation, includes activities related to obtaining, producing, or creating knowledge. Knowledge acquisition can be from attendance at formally organized courses and events where the content and delivery methods are pre-planned, engaging in informal, self-organized learning activities where an individual seeks out their own content, such as reading texts and journals or conducting web searches. And finally, creating and translating knowledge through curating, presenting, teaching, or researching activities. Our analysis of practice improvement records show that most physiotherapists use activities from this bucket to meet the self-selected activity requirements. Bucket 3, professional collaboration. This bucket acknowledges that social learning and non-formal learning have a positive impact on competence. Non-formal learning activities include ones that you may have not set out intending to learn. However, participation brings forth information and experiences that maintain or enhance competence. This bucket groups together activities focused on contributing to the development of others or the profession. Activities include stepping into supervisory, mentorship, quality improvement, committee, and volunteering roles. Examples of self-selected activity options are posted on the website. There are over 40 suggestions. On the website, if the list doesn't load, it's a browser issue. Give it more time or switch browsers. The list also can be downloaded. Black buttons link a practice review tool that the college has developed that can be printed off and used to benchmark your practice. Here is a mock-up version of the practice improvement record. The actual practice improvement record is found in the member portal. The record is divided into 4 sections. Each section has reflection questions. Professional practice is busy, very busy. Reflection is a metacognitive learning activity. The practice improvement record was designed to slow physiotherapists down and engage them in reflection as they write out their thoughts about participation in their activity. The writing process requires them to be mindful, think critically, recall facts and events, evaluate, analyze, and attach meaning to an experience. Writing things down is intended to further the learning cycle. Answer all questions in each section. Point form and narrative writing styles are acceptable. In addition, there are optional guiding questions which can be used to jumpstart the questioning and reflection process. The following reporting principles should guide completion of the practice improvement record. The record should be an authentic and meaningful representation of what you did to develop competence and enhance professional practice. That it provide specific details about the activity completed, provide a thorough description of how completing the activity impacted your personal learning and how you applied your learning to improve patient outcomes or the health system. It should provide a thorough description of or citations of resources used to improve practice. We want you to show that you are using current resources to inform your practice decision. As for the number of resources, we expect that at least 2 be named. Provide sufficient information that we could track down the resource if required. This could include the source and title of a resource, title and web link, or a full citation. Let's go over the practice improvement record in more detail. Section 1 is all about the what. What did you do and why did you do it? When did you do it? How does it fit with your current and future practice? Why is it relevant and meaningful to your practice context? Provide a fulsome answer to each question in point form or narrative style. Section 2 is the equivalent of so what and now what. How did participation stretch you when you applied what you learned, and what were the results of participation? How were you influenced, and how in turn did you influence others and your work environment? How did participation change you personally, your beliefs, your attitudes, your actions or behaviors? Weave into your discussion pearls of information gleaned from your resources and what happened when you applied the information to your practice context. What worked well and what didn't. Provide examples to show how participation transformed you and gave you greater insight. Show how participation helped you to change and evolve your practice with your patients and your work setting. Discuss tangible and measurable results. Section 3 requires you to indicate which practice standards and ethical codes your activity is related to. This is a reminder that what we do as regulated members should link back to expectations for good physiotherapist practice. Section 4 is for uploading evidence of participation. This includes course certificates, work samples, letters, web links, anything you think is relevant to reinforcing your story. There are 11 examples of completed forms on the website. These are real stories from real physiotherapists. Before completing your practice improvement record, read through a couple of examples. Here's a recap and more information about the document review. Self-selected activity must be completed after October 1 and before renewal the following year. Physiotherapists have choice and flexibility to use a variety of activities to meet the program requirements. The activity reported must have resulted in significant and meaningful changes in personal competence and in patient care or workplace practices. Physiotherapists report on a self-selected activity participation in a practice improvement record. The practice improvement record is located online in one's members portal. After completing your activity, write-up can be done anytime after October 1. Physiotherapists can only submit the practice improvement record during the renewal period. Each year, after the practice improvement record is submitted, the college will randomly select at least 10% of submissions for review. The criteria used to evaluate the record comes from the program rules and reporting principles already discussed. Both the rules and reporting principles are posted on the college's website. Results are mailed to the individual physiotherapist. Aggregate results are shared in the e-news and through the college's annual report to the Minister of Health. Want to learn more about the self-selected activity? Physiotherapy Alberta's website has the most up-to-date continuing competence program information. Remember, competence program participation is a registration requirement. As such, the program information is found on the website under the Physiotherapist tab, How to Maintain Your Registration. The monthly e-news has a section dedicated to the self-selected activity, and information is posted as needed. Staff want to support you to be successful with completing the self-selected activity. Call or email the college staff with your inquiries. If for any reason you are having difficulty with the self-selected activity requirements, you must contact the college so that we can work with you and help you meet the practice permit renewal requirements. Well, thanks for watching and taking the time to learn about Physiotherapy Alberta's self-selected activity. I hope that you find participation in the Do, Learn, Grow program a valuable learning experience.